For half of the last decade, we witnessed one of the most dominant franchises of our time level team after team and set record after record. 2014-2015 was the breakout year. It was the first under head coach Steve Kerr. They signed some fresh role-playing talent. You might even remember them: Sean Livingston, Brandon Rush, Leandro Barbosa, and of course, under the lead of the Splash Bros, Steph and Clay. The Warriors would win their first title in nearly 40 years, going 67-15. The succeeding years would follow a similar suit. In 2016, they set the best ever regular season record at 73-9, breaking the Bulls' record of 72-10 in 1996. The 2016 Warriors broke over 25 NBA records and 10 franchise records that season alone. In 2017, the legendary Kevin Durant was acquired, and the Fantastic Four was born. Another 20 NBA records were broken, and title in the books. 2018, the Cavaliers got swept, 4-0. 2019, the Warriors made the playoffs for the 7th consecutive season, a new franchise record. The Clippers and Trailblazers stood no chance that playoff season. The Rockets could have contended if it wasn't for a CP3 injury. Regardless, the Warriors would jot right into another NBA Finals appearance. But then, tragedy strikes. Andre Iguodala, calf strain. Klay Thompson, torn ACL. Kevin Durant, ruptured Achilles. Stephen Curry, DeMarcus Cousins, Kevin Looney, all battling injury and altogether missing a total of 26 playoff games. The Warriors would then lose their first finals appearance in 3 years and haven't quite recovered. They currently sit at 14-49 after the most recent Raptors game. And Curry's first game back in over 3 months, which is what I'm here to talk about today. What can we learn from Curry's comeback? Well, with 20 games left, you could pretty easily write the rest of the season off and assume the Warriors will use these games as a way to get Curry back into a rhythm, as well as build some chemistry with Andrew Wiggins and these guys. Eric Pascal, Jordan Poole, Damian Lee, Marquise Chris, Alan Smailagic. I just want to add, we've been talking about this guy since he was barely 18 and playing for the G League, where you heard it here first. He was going to get called up and get minutes with Golden State. Besides the point, but if you haven't already and you enjoy this type of content, drop a like. If you guys want to reach out, hit that link below. Let's have a conversation. I'm always responding within 24 hours. And finally, hit that subscribe button for weekly content just like this. Alright, back to the video. Okay, so firstly, we have to ask, why does Curry intend to come back in a dead-end season? Well, other than building some chemistry and strength in his hand again, like I mentioned, head coach Steve Kerr made it very clear there was a third reason. The Warriors have become a flourishing franchise because of many reasons, but there is one that sticks out above everything else: the fans. Stephen Curry, on top of being one of the best in the NBA currently, is a performer. He can electrify a crowd, and the Warriors made it clear they intend to sell tickets and give their fans a show, regardless of if it makes sense logistically. Steph's personal trainer recently released a statement in which he sees little to no chance in Steph re-injuring his hand because physically he has made a full recovery. However, a persistent nerve issue has prevailed. They're working through it, but as of now it looks to remain at least for a few months. Steph's shot is a work of art. It's unlike any other, and as he relies on a soft yet mechanically perfect touch to make it work. So obviously there is a major concern as to if we'll be seeing that same caliber of consistency we've gotten used to. And well, simply put, seeing Steph catching fire in clutch moments.
And here is Curry bringing it up. There's that buzz, anticipation. Arguably the greatest shooter this game has ever seen.
So prior to Stephen Curry's return, he thought it might be a good idea to give everyone on the Raptors roster a high five. Truly a sportsmanlike act that does remind me of his time he recently spent with the Santa Cruz Warriors, Golden State's development program, because there's simply not too many players, let alone of being MVP caliber, that would be humble enough to take the step down to properly rehabilitate. So anyways, after hitting 5 consecutive shots from the half-court logo and shooting exceptionally well before the game, we were able to note chemistry being developed between Curry and the Warriors' fresh talent. assisting Marquise for the layup, which was immediately followed by a behind-the-back pass to Wiggins. Regardless, it wasn't long before vintage Curry was on full display as he was able to swish a turnaround three-pointer at the buzzer. Curry added 23 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds, in only 27 minutes. They did have an interesting rotation, taking Curry out plenty of times because his conditioning was known to be another concern, at least initially, but just another manageable obstacle. If you had only seen tonight's performance, you would never guess Curry had missed over 50 regular season games. He was himself, vintage Curry, nothing of concern. But I also want to add, obviously Andrew Wiggins being a brand new asset and wildcard even. As of now, he's averaging a career high in assists at 4.1 in 36 minutes, which, at least in my opinion, is a very good sign, especially given how the Warriors operate and cultivate a notoriously non-selfish culture. Wiggins is obviously a big variable regarding the Warriors and their uniquely selfless dynamic, but from what we saw in Curry's first game back, there was no friction and they played together as if they've been teammates for some time. But again, it's only been one game. A lot of people are sleeping on the Warriors for this up-and-coming season. I'm not going to make a case for why they may return to their previous levels of dominance, or why they may not. But what I will say is they have retained a first-round pick from the Minnesota trade. Clay, Curry, and Draymond should be healthy and ready to play, and obviously they have a few others that could end up fitting in quite well, but who knows. So the big question remains, have we witnessed the rise and fall of a dynasty, or just a bump in the road we could call the 2019-2020 season? Let us know in the comments. If you haven't already, go ahead and drop a like. It's your favorite coach's favorite editor, Dre, and peace.